A typical homework assignment for an upper elementary school student or middle school student would be to be able to change the values within the metric columns. A worksheet, a homework assignment might look like this, where we have one value that's given and the student has to make an equivalent value. Here we're changing centimeters to meters. This can actually be done through multiplication and division. Think of it this way. If you have one apple that you're going to make, you share with other people, you'd have to make cuts in that apple. So the size of the piece would be smaller than the original, but there would be a lot of them. So if we're taking a value that's large and making it smaller, this is a multiplication exercise, because in order to get more of something, a larger answer, you can only get it through addition or multiplication. And in this particular case, we're talking about multiplication. The reverse is also true. If you have a lot of little small pieces, you need many of those to make a larger unit. So if we were reconstructing our apple, let's say we were in the centi, let's say we had 100 pieces of apple, we would have to take 100 of those smaller pieces, put them back together in order to get the whole apple here. So if we're going from large to small, we multiply. If we're going from small to the large, it's a division calculation. The multiplication or division calculation is based on the value of the column that you're using. In the case of a deci, it would be 0.1. Centi would be 0.01. Deca would be 10. But there's an easier way. Let's say we have 5 centimeters. And we want to know how many hectometers that might be. The centimeter has an understood, this 5 has an understood decimal point after it because it's a whole number. We want to change this now to our hecto. So the decimal point has to move over to the hecto column because that's where we're going with it. This comes off of our radar, and zeros are used to fill in the places until we get to the hecto column. So 5 centimeters would be the same as saying 0.0005 hectometers. That's the equivalent. It was very easy to do because actually you're multiplying or dividing by moving that decimal point.